Today we have this 1965 Royal Safari vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. First thing we're going to do is adjust this adjustable paper guide that helps you feed the paper into the platen. And the platen is this main roller that feeds the paper. The margins are located up top on each side, and they're magic margins, which means you can set them just by hitting the button. So you hit the button and that's where it sets on each side. And to drag it all the way to the end, you hold the carriage release, which is behind the knob, and the magic margin at the same time. It'll allow you to move the margin all the way to the end. And that's where we're going to set that side. Same concept with this side. We're going to hold that side down and the carriage release at the same time, move it all the way to the edge. And that's where we'll have the left margin. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, get you back to the beginning. It skips 1 or 2. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip this switch down to 2, and it'll skip 2 spaces when you hit that line space. We're going to keep it on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them stick or skip. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. Switch from black to red, you just flip this switch up to the R. Very nice typing machine. This is a very popular model. It's one of the only typewriters that comes in this baby blue color. And it's just a really nice, well-designed machine. Back in this time frame, this is when they made some of the best typewriters ever. To pull the page out easy, you flip this switch right here on the right to the front, and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock or multiple pages. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it will not load correctly. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left side. To clear that, you just hit the shift button again. Backspace above that on the left side. That works good. This has a tab function and is labeled as column. See if we have any set right now. We got 1 there, 2 there. So there's a bunch of columns set. We're going to clear each one of those real quick. So you hit the column button, clear, hit the next one, clear, next one, clear, all the way to the end. Now we shouldn't have any, so it goes all the way to the end. But I like to set one right in the middle, so that way when you hit the column button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. Take the hood off here. This pops right off. It has these 2 little pins that go into the slots, and this is how you access the spools. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling to the right. In the switch direction, you just flip that fork to the other direction, and it'll start pulling to that side in a clockwise motion. We're going to flip it back over and make sure it's pulling to this side, and that works good. I'm going to put this back on just by lining up the pins with the slots, and you want to be really gentle with this. This can bend. It's really strong, but it can bend if you try to pull that off too hard, and if it's bent out of shape, then sometimes it'll hit the keys, and you just got to bend it back into shape, which is easy to do. This is your touch control on the left. Right now we have it on L for low. If you want to move it all the way to the bottom, that's H for high. Medium is M. I like to have it on low because I don't like to hit the keys too hard. When you have it, the higher you go, the harder you have to hit the keys, but they respond faster. So for more advanced typers, that's what they want. And this is your carriage release behind this knob here. Allows you to control that carriage freely. Got one on this side too, just like that. This little button on the knob here, when you push it in, it disables the spacing mechanism, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. Whenever that's not engaged, each one of those clicks is 1 space, and the same concept goes for this lever here. If you push that to the front, it'll disable the spacing. You push it to the back, each one of those clicks is 1 space. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.